Hello, everyone, and welcome to EDUC301, Augustinian Curriculum and Teaching. A little bit about me. I have my credentials here. You can read them at a later time. If you like, my name is Sabrina Clemmer, and I will be your professor for this semester. And as you can see, I am a lifelong learner. Before we begin, I do want to cover some historical data about education reform in the United States. In 1817, Thomas Jefferson declared that all students have a right to have a free education. However, it is important to note that he did not include enslaved people among that population. However, equal education for all came in 1954 when the United States Supreme Court decision in Brown versus Board of Education outlawed segregation and allowed African Americans to attend white universities. My goal as an educator is to inspire students by fostering an environment that they can feel free to express their thoughts while engaging in new innovative learning techniques to develop the skills they need to meet curriculum objectives and acquire knowledge needed to fulfill God's purpose in their lives. I feel that this philosophy also aligns with St. Augustine's. It is important to adapt to his learning style in this class, which is something that Thomas Jefferson, he also did. The only thing that was missing was the fact of helping enslaved people, but he believed that everyone should have an education, and St. Augustine did as well. And St. Augustine, he was born in Algeria. He lived from 354 AD to 430 AD. A few important things on his timeline, different works that he did. It's important to note that in 371 AD, he studied rhetoric in Carthage. In 384 AD, he taught rhetoric in Milan, and he converted to Christianity in 386 AD. And in 396, he became Bishop of Hippo. In 400 AD, he wrote Confessions, which was a prayer of intimate details that he explained to God about himself, which was something that was definitely not popular in his era, during his era. So he definitely is an innovator. So 1413 through 426, he wrote The City of God. The important curriculum and philosophy that we are going to utilize in this class based on Augustine is going to be one, he says that children have to be ready to learn. Two, they have to have an environment where they feel, that they are comfortable and they can learn. Teachers have to set clear expectations. Student interest and motivation is very important and conducive to their learning. Methods of instructions is important, as well as student-teacher relationships. So I'm only going to go over these key areas of this class. Even though the syllabus is attached, you will also have readings, discussions, as well as quizzes. However, I really wanted to contact you and just speak a little bit more about the key projects of this class. So you're going to create a readiness plan of action. You're going to create an environmental design based on St. Augustine philosophy. You're going to develop your expectations, which is going to be your classroom rules. You're going to also tell me how You are going to gather information to ignite and motivate your students. Augustine says that students can become bored with information over time, especially if it's something that they already know. How are you going to keep your students motivated? And then I want to know those methodologies that you're going to use. So you're going to create a 5-day lesson plan with 5 different activities using 5 different methodologies, okay? And then I want you to create a 3-page essay focused on student-teacher relationships using Augustine's philosophy as well as some new philosophies, okay? So I want to know what it is that you're going to do to ensure that you have a ongoing and a authentic student-teacher relationship with your students. Augustine's biblical worldview, I feel, can be summed up with this quote. And he said, God and his word is the reason of truth. It has been nearly 1,590 years since St. Augustine's death. However, his philosophy still lives. He is an important force even in the 21st century as far as philosophy, theology, and education and biblical sectors are concerned. Again, my name is Sabrina Clemmer. I have attached the syllabus. I have attached the references for this presentation. And if you have questions, please email me. I would be more than happy to help you. And again, I look forward to working with you this semester.